What's going on, NBL Network? We are live, twitch.tv/NBL Network. Go ahead and give us a follow if you're interested in checking out some full immersion gaming here, Madden 24. This is NBL Season 52. I'm joined alongside my co-host for the day, and usually always, Serp is in the building. New York Giants, Week 8 action, 6-1 Steelers, MetLife Stadium. Does it get any better than this? We're going to find out shortly. Steelers get the ball to start this game. Serp, score predictions as always. You know how we do.
Oh, man, I really don't want to go. I don't want to go against our boys, but, man, I'm thinking Pittsburgh is going to end up on top, though, man. I'm thinking like 35, 28, something like that.
So you're going against our New York Giants?
Yeah, I don't really want to, but I kind of got to, man, with the way things look on paper.
You never have to. I'm not doing it. I'm going with the New York Giants because we are at home. 6-1 Steelers. They're due for a loss. They're playing so well right now against all the doubters. After you saw T.J. Watt leave, there's a nice pass underneath, nice pitch and catch. That's Kenny Pickett. He's going to find Najee Harris. He's going to pick up a first down and a little bit more. As I'm liking the jerseys, I'm liking the Reds today. But this is a big-time game. Episode 9, Week 8 action. I think they're going to lose. I'm going to say Pittsburgh 31, Giants 35. Shootout. Jordan says he's not a fan of red at all. Let me know how it looks and sounds in the chat,
That's
guys.
not too far away from where I was thinking. So, I think I could go with that. I think that sounds kind of good. I mean, that's just flip-flopping what I had and giving it to the Giants. I could see that happening.
I could go even deeper. I really gave it some thought. So it's going to be Steelers up 28-21. Giants are going to score 28 up. And there's a dangerous pass, almost picked off. Nice job baiting Kenny Pickett into that throw. We'll take a look at that on the replay center. That was a 2nd and 6. You're going to get them into a big third down. I think that's the important thing today. Defense forced this team into third downs because that's where you're going to see number 8 maybe not look so great. 3rd and 6. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Pickett adjusting at the line of scrimmage. Najee Harris split to the left. There's the handoff. They're going to run it on this down. They're going to get outside. They're going to pick up a first down. Now, the ball's out. Is that a fumble?
I don't know. That's close.
George
Pickens injured.
Didn't come off the field, and that's going to come back to Pittsburgh here. Okay, so it's going to be Pittsburgh ball here. One thing you have to look at with this team, when you're sitting at this 3rd and 6, you got shotgun Pickett here, Najee here. They're just going to do a little base handoff. That explosion you're seeing from Najee Harris, he's been running phenomenal all season. Tell us a little bit about him, sir, and how well number 22 has been performing here for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, Najee Harris has got, 509 yards. He's been pretty much on par with Saquon, to tell you the truth. 7 touchdowns, only a few less than Saquon. So, I mean, they're really playing kind of at the same level of ball. I mean, as far as the halfback goes between the Giants and Pittsburgh, we're even right there. That's a solid part for both teams.
2nd and 2. You're going to get a 3 wide receiver set. You're going to see that often today. Don't forget our defensive lineups on the screen right now if you're interested in who we got. There's a nice screen play. Great job by Kenny Pickett selling out, holding that screen until the last second, knowing he's going to get hit. That is a key on some of those slip screens. As a quarterback, you might be in a situation where you're going to have to hold on to that ball till that last second to give your halfback the most opportune time, the biggest opportunity to pick up a big gain. And Pickett did it right there and took the hit.
Yeah, he did that perfect. He executed that perfectly.
Oh, there's a bad throw. I thought I was going to see the match right there on the crossing route as Pickett throws it right to our linebacker, Quirky, and that's going to be INT number 1 on the day for Kenny Pickett inside the red zone. Kind of stared down that receiver. Not a good read for him. Let's take a look at that replay. I was thinking our safety here was going to match up and take that crossing route. He checks him and releases for the dig coming late. And that's just a bad throw. I'm sure Pickett wants that back as Barkley's going to run for nearly 10 yards here, 2nd and inches.
Yeah, you don't see that much from Kenny Pickett. I mean, 14 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, it's decent. 120.3 QBR, 1,600 yards already. I mean, he's been on fire. And they got Deebo Samuel, too, now. I mean, oof.
Barely picks up the first down there on the little inside zone. Let everybody know in the chat that we are live here on Twitch with Building the Franchise New York Giants. Offense is on the field. Saquon Barkley, Drake London. You're noticing Daniel Jones, not the starting quarterback. Tyler Huntley took over a few weeks ago. He's 1-1 in his nice throw over the middle. Finds his man Hyatt. Now, Hyatt has been surprisingly consistent as that number 3 kind of target for Tyler Huntley, and he just has sure hands. He comes down and he does a great job in zone coverages, finding those soft spots and sitting down.
Yeah, I mean, last year he actually led the team with 920-some yards. So, I mean, he's a good one on the team. I think they're trying to focus on London a little bit more, but, I mean, Hyatt is a bread maker.
Dangerous throw there over the middle of the field. Huntley 1-1 as a starter. Daniel Jones was essentially benched, and I don't know if his time in New York has ran out. But as of right now, there's not really much comment from the front office in terms of longevity, what this means, as Saquon's going to get us into a nice 3rd and 2 here. That's important, picking up on 2nd and long, picking up those yards and make it 3rd and manageable. But what are your thoughts? Daniel Jones, he might be on the outs here in New York. I mean, but anything can happen. We've seen crazy things happen before. Maybe we could see him come back. Injuries happen. But right now, 3 and 4, we're going to be making this playoff push, and we're doing it without Daniel Jones. It's kind of surprising to hear. And that's one of the reasons why. A lot of space. Tyler Huntley's got the wheels to pay the bills. Touchdown, New York Giants.
Man, what a run. What a play. Good job, Giants.
Yeah,
going back to what you just said, too, was, Tyler Huntley, to me, is just a shorter version of Daniel Jones, right? I mean, on paper, the guy is exactly Daniel Jones, except 6'1" instead of 6'4" or 6'5". So, I mean, he's probably a little younger. I think they're about the same age, but he's definitely probably cheaper. So, I mean, if you're getting the same, and right now Tyler Huntley's got 318 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, not the best. Well, but it's not much different than what Jones was doing. So I'm all for it. I mean, if you can get him some game time and get him playing during the season and take him as a starter into next, I mean, I don't know.
We're at that point in the schedule, Week 8 action, playing the Pittsburgh Steelers upcoming next week. New Orleans Saints, Houston Texans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Atlanta Falcons, Cleveland Browns, Carolina. A lot of tough matchups. There we go. We get Pickett rolling to that left side, and he's still able to make a nice throw. Let's take a look at that tutty we just had on the ground, a little read option action. As you see Tyler Huntley just take off upfield, and just pursuit angles, not really an issue for Pittsburgh there. That was just great blocking down the field for our New York Giants that just really opened up. And then there's a speed. There's a throw over the middle. Hit as he's thrown, and he's going to hang on to the ball. And that's going to be, I believe, the newly acquired former San Francisco 49er. This is his first year in Pittsburgh, Deebo Samuel. And how has he been for these Pittsburgh Steelers?
No, he's going to be a leader, man. I mean, I can't remember what week they got him, but he's already got almost 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, the guy is solid. We already know. Well, that's right. Yeah, no, he's great. He's a solid addition to that Pittsburgh team for sure. And one of the reasons why Kenny's doing so well.
2nd and 10, great defensive job by number 29. 2nd and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're a yard ahead of midfield. People in the chat asking, is Tyler Huntley on a 1-year deal? What's his contract look like? And I believe he's got 3 years left on the deal. He just signed a 3-year deal with us. He's making, I want to say it was a 3-year, $16 million deal. I mean, we got him on a phenomenal contract that he's going to be the starting quarterback for us and he can produce.
Oh yeah, 3 years remaining, $5 million this year, $5 million next year, about $5 million. I mean, yeah, you can't. If you can do some solid production, man, Huntley is a bargain.
Yeah, well, that's Deebo Samuel. Matt and Dad in the chat talking about that Deebo Samuel catch where he just got absolutely destroyed. Hey, that's what you pay him the big bucks to do. That's why TJ Watt was on the move, and and Deebo Samuel was the guy. There's a quick throw to the out on the right side, and he does just enough to pick up the first down. Kenny Pickett's got to like that. You got a receiver, Calvin Austin, who gets underneath that first down marker. You want him to get a little bit more depth when he breaks outward, and he ends up making up for it at the end as he steps forward just enough to pick up a first down as Pittsburgh now approaching that red zone territory. Let's see if our Giants can get some pressure on this quarterback. Shotgun formation, trips to the right side. Watch the tight end. Over the middle, finds his man. Calvin Austin's going to take a big hit, changing direction over the middle of the field. And Agworki's going to make the tackle. That is the linebacker for us that got the interception on the first drive for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, just going back really quick about the quarterbacks, comparing Huntley and Jones. I mean, if anybody was curious, Huntley making only, $5 million, $5 million, $5 million. Jones would have been making $47 million, $41 million, and $60 million. So, I mean, yeah, if they can get Huntley going, I mean, I'm all for that.
There's the pressure, and we get heat. Isaiah Simmons gets through untouched. Here it comes on that right side. Kenny Pickett's got to do a better job sliding that line and recognizing pre-snap when these blitzes are coming. I mean, right now he's waiting for these deep corners to kind of break. He needs to get some type of quicker short game going or some type of check underneath to kind of check away from these blitzes that the New York Giants have been sitting. There's a route underneath, dangerous throw off the shoulder, right shoulder there, Kenny Pickett. You can see inside, he sees the New York Giants and he tries to throw a little outside to his receiver. They were just not on the same page.
Yeah, if I'm the coach over there, defensive coach, I'm telling him, look, you keep doing what you're doing. Send fives, whatever they're doing. I mean, keeping Pickett on his toes is really helping them stop them on third downs.
Watch this left side, inside slot. Got to get there. Underneath, nice throw. And that's a pickup of a first down as you're going to get just a nice concept here. You get this receiver come and sit down here and a little slant coming across. The defender gets held by this. You're able to get underneath, a little clear out action for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They pick up a first down. They're now at the 24-yard line. Here comes pressure again. And there's the quick check to Najee Harris. He might be gone into the end zone. Absolutely is. 22 puts 6 on the board for Pittsburgh. And this time, this drive does not end in a turnover as Pittsburgh looking to tie this game up with our New York Giants.
Yeah, that was a solid. I don't really hate the defense by the Giants. I mean, I like them to keep the pressure. I mean, they kind of, Pittsburgh had a chance. It's one of those ones where if the play goes bad, it's going to go really bad, right? And Kenny Pickett read it and made the right read and touchdown, tied up game.
I'm a little indifferent on that blitz because that's probably the third time on that drive in which we left that flat opportunity for what eventually ended up happening as we see it here. This is just a touchdown for Najee Harris, just a little layup pretty much to the flat. I don't like when we send so many blitzes that now the quarterback is anticipating it. When he starts anticipating that blitz, that's when we have them, and we should be showing that and doing some type of drop coverage or man coverage there in the red zone. We've already forced a turnover, and we already have gotten the job done. He's feeling the pressure as there's a nice run up the middle of the field. Darren Waller was open, but he turned into a blocker as Huntley using his legs for the second time today. That's a first down.
Yeah, the Giants found an in. I mean, the Steelers don't really. I mean, their defense is depleted a little bit because of the trade, but I mean, they're not too bad at all. So if they're going to keep playing the pass and dropping like that, I mean, run the ball.
And that's probably Pittsburgh's issue as well. A lot of that pressure coming, and you just wonder, was it because Pittsburgh kind of went away from Najee Harris during, 4 to 5 plays on that last drive, and you started seeing the pressure get to Kenny Pickett, and that's what the Giants want to do, but we have to be a little bit better at understanding. A nice pass to Hyatt there on the play action cross down to the 23-yard line, nearly into the red zone. We have to do a better job, us as New York Giants, the defensive coordinator, of mixing it up. Once you get Kenny feeling like the pressure's coming, I don't think you need to just continue to hammer it home, because right there you just had to check the Najee Harris and hit him for a little layup. And now we're responding here. Remember, the New York Giants elected to defer to kick the ball. They're going to get the ball to start the second half as well. So this is a 2-for-1 opportunity. We're already 3 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's a solid start by the Giants. I mean, the one thing I would say about the Giants is that, I mean, they went all in on young O-line or rookies. They have nobody to anchor with the injury to their, senior left tackle, their best offensive lineman. They've got all young rookie guys. Nobody to anchor that O-line down in this game.
Saquon Barkley, this was a few weeks ago. I think he's still at 7. He had 7 touchdowns still. Saquon on the season.
I think he's at 10.
He's at 10 already. That was a few weeks ago. Statistically, Saquon Barkley has been just a workhorse for us, a 3-down back, and you don't expect anything less. And we also have Joe Mixon coming in as a spell, so you see him sometimes in the red zone. There's going to be a holding that's going to come back as Tyler Huntley recognizes the flag, realizes what's going on. He had so much time in the pocket and just throws that one away.
Yeah, I think as far as Saquon Barkley's production goes, I mean he's on track, for touchdowns. I mean they're giving him the ball in the end zone or when it counts. He had 17 last year, so at 10 right now he's on pace for about 20 maybe. But as far as yards go in production, I mean, he's got maybe 600 yards at half of the season, and he had almost 1,600 at the end of last. So I think his production, I think it has something to do with the O-line a little bit too. I mean their O-line is terrible.
Nice run there for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. That's a great job plugging that hole there. Saquon really nowhere to go. Kind of jukes back inside right into the defender. Doesn't pick up much. Now 2nd and goal. This is where we've been so good this season at giving the ball to Saquon Barkley. We might even see him in the flat here. Watch this left side. If this does turn into some type of man coverage, probably would have had it. Instead runs at the middle. And this time that's a jump cut back to the middle of the field. 3rd and goal from the 1. Now that was an explosive move. That move is the difference between gaining a half a yard SERP and somehow managing to gain 4 yards in this tight space.
Yeah, that's the difference between having Saquon Barkley or not. Yep.
Oh. So talented. There's a little RPO action into the end zone. Touchdown. Saquon and touchdown. New York Giants. 2 possessions, 2 scores. $1:39 left in this first half. If you can get a stop of some sort or even hold Pittsburgh to 3, you're going into halftime and what we believe was going to be a shootout with a significant advantage.
Yeah, this is going to be a solid defensive stand right here in the second half for them. If the Giants can pull this one out, I mean 3-4 right now. They got swept by the Eagles, their division mate. Not the best thing to start. If you're looking for a division lead, if they could take out the 6-1 Pittsburgh Steelers, I mean I think that gives them a big boost going into the next few games in the season. Just a morale pumper, You
love morale pumpers over here, but hey man, I'm with the schedule makers. I got a beef with them. Putting Philly inside our first 5-6 games, we're still trying to figure things out. I mean, that just not going to get the best winner of those games, in my opinion. You want your teams playing peak at the end of the season. You want a game that matters for the division. I just don't think throwing those 2 games out early, well, it was beneficial for anyone, but I mean, it ended up being beneficial for the Philadelphia Eagles. So we talked about the Pittsburgh Steelers losing that pass rusher in T.J. Watt. How has their defense been this season? Where do they rank, sir?
The Steelers' defense is a good question. I don't think they're very high. That's for sure. They're giving up quite a bit of yards. Let me tell you right now.
Nice play over the top. Dotty dot dot finds his man Calvin Austin once again making plays as that was under pressure. Kenny Pickett, he's living under the fire here as he's able to get down the field. This is Cordell Flott time. We talk about 2-8. He got beat over the top there, but he's our ball hawking corner. And Najee Harris got a lot of, Najee Harris outside. Nice move. Drop here into the end zone. We talked about this being a shootout. Welcome to the shootout, everybody.
Good move by Pittsburgh. I mean, it looked like the Giants were really kind of getting really into the mode of pass blitzing, pass rushing. They weren't. I don't think they were expecting that long run by Najee. So I mean, we got a game.
Yeah, they got the ball with $1:39 left in the second. It's 49 seconds. I mean, you want to talk about some fast-paced action. That's 50 seconds to put 6 on the board. That means Pittsburgh has now driven down the field 3 times on 3 attempts, and they've done so swiftly. That's a concern if I'm the New York Giants, because really, outside of that one mistake throw at the start of this game, Kenny Pickett has been pretty flawless.
Yeah, now it goes back on the Giants because, I mean, the rhythm is in effect, right? Giants scoring, Pittsburgh scoring, Giants scoring, Pittsburgh scoring. They're both kind of in a rhythm right now, and both of them went down the field pretty well. So if you go down the field again yourself, you keep that rhythm going, everything's kind of good going in a half. But if you don't score something here, you just kind of maybe stall, you stall in your brain a little bit, I think.
This is the third game here starting for Tyler Huntley. He hasn't been in this situation where he's been asked with 40 seconds to drive down the field. As you've seen, our drives have been a lot more methodic, a lot more handing the ball off, eating a lot of time, hitting read options, throwing underneath. We don't have this high-octane hybrid offense that you're seeing out of Pittsburgh right now where they can run or pass the ball, but what they're really doing great, and he was going for X there, as we've never seen that on Building the Franchise, so we're going to have to check that out one more time on the instant replay. Tyler Huntley just kind of gives himself up there.
Well, it's a pretty sweet move. I mean, if they went to had a timeout or whatever from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh goes ahead and burns one at the 16-second mark. They're going to get the ball back here. They scored in 50 seconds. Can they get in field goal range in about 8 seconds? That's probably what they'll be left with, depending on this run from Calvin Austin. Exactly 8 seconds. Now, what do you say?
There's a lot possible in 8 seconds.
40 yards to the field goal?
I'd say, yeah. I mean, you got a corner route, maybe get out of bounds really quick. I don't think you get 2 passes. I think you got 1 shot to get there, and then that's it.
Only 1 timeout for Pittsburgh. This could go in our favor here. We could see maybe a pick 6 or something beneficial to us. See if Pittsburgh's maybe being a little over-aggressive here. We're going to find out here in just a second. Empty backfield, looking, time. Pickett's looking, there's the throw. On the right side, it's got a man. Leads him back upfield. Isaiah Simmons, the former Arizona Cardinal hybrid safety, linebacker, whatever you want. He hasn't been playing too well for us. It looked like he almost got beat there as Kenny Pickett put it back shoulder, and the receiver just couldn't adjust. That would have been the throw.
I was wondering.
That would have been the field goal.
That would have been. I mean, that was pretty decent. I was wondering if he was going to get a delay of game from all of the talking he was doing.
Justin at the line of scrimmage here, Kenny Pickett. Going to hand this one off. To be expected. Najee's trying to change directions, get outside. Jukes one man, tries to juke another. Nowhere really to go. We're going to go into halftime, 14-14. Just as we started, all knotted up. And you are watching Building the Franchise. New York Giants. We're going to get a new graphic. Daniel Jones is on the cover, but you're going to see a lot of Saquon Barkley tonight. You're going to see Dexter Lawrence, our nose tackle, deep tackle, however you want it. Davon Thibodeau, you know the deal. The New York Giants are in the building. We're sitting at 3-4. Steelers 6-1, 14-14. We need the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Tyler Huntley and a Daniel Jones, like kind of back-to-back, arms crossed kind of deal graphic. That'd be kind of sweet to slap in the middle there somewhere.
Or like a Daniel Jones, like they're like that, but Daniel Jones has one of those things in his hand where if he puts it over the guy's mouth, he like passes out.
Yeah, chloroform.
Darren Waller, finally a reception, 6 of 7. And Tyler Huntley and this offense, they're doing a good job protecting Tyler Huntley, keeping his confidence high, not asking him to do too much. But we got a little glimpse of that with 39 seconds when they try to kind of ramp up this offense. And I just don't think we're there yet with this quarterback. And I don't know if we need to be there right now. It still is only week 8. This is episode number 9 here. It looked like he could have bounced outside. As Wan'Dale Robinson, our camp standout. We talked about him a long time ago. Coach Z was just praising Wan'Dale Robinson. He's our slot guy, but when he's on the field, he's open. He demands targets. How has Wan'Dale Robinson done this year, and has it panned out from being camp standout here to about middle of the season?
Yeah, no. I mean, last year he did okay. I mean, about 650 yards, 6 touchdowns for a number 1 guy. I mean, that's decent production. This year he's got barely 200 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, production is a little bit slowed down, but when you add in Drake London with the full camp this offseason, Darren Waller's getting back into the mix. And the quarterback change. So that obviously shows you that Daniel Jones just wasn't producing like it was last year. He got benched after that Baltimore Ravens close game, a couple errant throws at the end of the game, and the Giants just have been over it right now, and they're sticking with Huntley with no return. He's going to run again, trying to get outside. You don't want to fumble that ball. I feel like there's a lot of indecision from Tyler Huntley right now. Might be costing him, stepping up a little too close to the edge of that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's playing with fire. I mean, the last couple of times that he's been taken down, it looked pretty ugly, and like you said, he just seems like it's just indecision. I mean, they're leaving him gaps up the middle for 5 or 6 yards, to tell you the truth, each time if he slides it out, but he's been just taking hits, and I don't think he knows he's going to run until exactly when he runs, you know.
Well, they said Tyler Huntley went to the Grand Canyon, stood at the ledge, and fell in. So it might make a little bit more sense on why he's stepping up in the pocket and consistently stepping across the line of scrimmage and almost being a little oblivious to it. Working out a couple kinks here with our quarterback. There's a throw underneath. That's good coverage. That's great man coverage. I want to see a little bit more man coverage from us so far. Thompson, number 39, is going to make the tackle. Let's look at our defense so far. Came into this game. One of the better defenses inside the red zone, but third down has been our Dame Dollar. This is our clutch defense. They make plays, and right there, that's just too much time and too much space. And you don't like to see that. You get Pittsburgh into a 3rd and long, you get no pressure, and Kenny Pickett steps up and drives the ball down the field.
I think as defenses go, I mean, the Giants, again, are similar in statistics to the Steelers, where they both have a real decent rush defense, but their pass defense is so it's almost, I wouldn't say non-existent, but they're in the bottom.
There's a shot. You got the press on the left side. There's a shot over the top. Finds his man as Flott gets beat. Excuse me, that's not Flott. There on the left side. Pittsburgh picks up a first down and a ton more. Kenny Pickett absolutely ripping it on that left side. George Pickens.
I don't like how they were set up there.
You can't press George Pickens on the island over there. There's an RPO action. There's a touchdown. Pittsburgh's going to go up here. And this might be just how I called this game. Remember, I said it was 21 up, right? And I said Steelers would score 28-21. Giants would then score to get 28. Steelers would then kick a field goal, and Giants would end the game with a touchdown. 35-31, New York Giants.
That could be. I mean, I don't like the fact that you're putting Greedy Williams on him, on Pickens, like that, and press him. I mean, you could have put a Dory on there, or even, who was the other guy they got? Deontay Banks, or something. But having Greedy Williams on Pickens over there on the outside was not good.
Yeah, know your KYP, got to know your personnel, and right there, and you looked, if that corner Greedy would have just backed up 10 yards and gave him that, we wouldn't be even talking about this touchdown right now. Oh, Saquon might be to the house here. Got a man to beat. Oh, I like to see him hit another move. Saquon kind of juked himself into a tackle there. It looked like he was going to break away for that and a lot more. Let's take a look at that run, see what happened. Here's the run. Missed tackle. Right there, it was outside. Should have picked up a lot more. Saquon probably wishing he has that ball back.
Yeah, I mean, I think he knows he could have housed that too. I mean, it's still a solid run. I mean, it was some good blocking on the interior there. I think it was probably the guard and the tackle, or the center and the guard, that opened up that gap. But that was solid.
Oh, not trusting the run there, Saquon. Going to run into Cameron Hayward, 35-year-old, still making plays. Let's take a look at this run. You got to run the left side. You got to run off guard here. There's the gap over there on that left side on that base, and I don't know why Saquon's not trusting the play in this situation. Nice throw, whips it to the flat, got a man to beat, spinning and winning. Got 2-6 on the sticks, gonna get down to the 30-yard line. Tyler Huntley, if he likes to throw these little chippies. He's underneath big gains because the defense, you see him, sir, they're all the way backed up, giving a lot of cushion there on that left side.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take advantage of that. That's what they did.
Seen a lot of this. We haven't seen a ton of RPOs, but they've been open. Basically what I'm saying is you're getting multiple receivers here, maybe 3, get the little bubble action. You're not seeing any of these guys even look to try to shoot this gap and make a play on those RPOs. So let's see if the Giants adjust or the Steelers adjust, because both of these teams have had high success rate on a low usage. But it's one of those plays where if you can convert and get these yards, it's a very low risk, high reward opportunity.
Yeah, I want to see me some more Darren Waller. I mean, he did pretty well last year. I mean, he was a decent check down for him, and this year they barely even. I mean, he doesn't even have 150 yards.
Yeah, somehow the Darren Waller Daniel Jones connection got even worse. There's a throw underneath. Saquon's going to pick up a little bit, about 7-yard line, 2nd and 3, and somehow it fell off even more than last year. He's been coming a little bit more alive since Tyler Huntley has been there, but just not today. I'd like to see some underneath to him because he has the wheels to pay the bills. You can get him the ball on a drag or some kind of zig action or even a spot, and he can turn and pick up yards with his legs, and he's a tough takedown for those corners. There's a wheel route on the right side, and he just misses right on cue. Darren Waller.
Oof.
Pulls the chair out on that right side, and he just runs to the flat, breaks it back upfield. You've got Tyler Huntley here, steps up, throws it. It's the right throw, just slightly in front of him. I know they wish they could have that back, but man, that's very reminiscent of number 8. There's the hand.
You got to make that. You got to put that on the money.
Pick up that and a little bit more. He's down to the 1-yard line. They're going to get this touchdown anyway.
Yeah, you know what I say? If Darren Waller's not getting that much action, isn't doing that well, just as far as chemistry goes or whatever it may be, he's making about $15 million a year. You're saving $50-some million a year on Danny. I mean, pump up that O-line, man. Get some solid awareness big guys in there, and just shove Saquon Barkley down everyone.
Here's something you didn't expect. You can tell the offensive coordinator's got some plays plugged in for this big game. Steelers 6-1, week 8 action, episode number 9. Steelers 6-1, Giants 3-4, must-win game. Here's Hyatt on an RPO. I mean, this is our 3rd receiver, and you talk about having the ability to having this kind of depth at wide receiver and trusting this type of, 3rd receiver there wide right, and he makes a nice little slant or flex right there, That is a lot of trust you have in that guy, especially on the inside the 1-yard line, where it's usually Saquon time.
Yeah, I mean, Hyatt, again, led him last year. He led the team in receptions and yards and touchdowns as far as wide receivers go. So I think he's solidified himself in the Giants offense as a go-to guy. I still think that Drake London to them, even though he's at wide receiver 1, is still kind of like, not quite in their head number 1 yet.
You got the sushi.
All right, going to reload the stream. Going to get hit with an advertisement right here. So
Smile, smile, smile.
Bear with us just this 1 second.
Instant replay of that. You got the sea air here.
We got the ads?
Yeah, it looked like the stream stopped, so put me on the ad break.
That's good. I thought it was my Starlink for a minute, but I guess it's everyone. So, all right, as long as they meet.
We are back. There's a handout to Najee Harris, and guess what? Steelers are already near midfield. 5 yards from the center field. 2nd and 9 here for Pittsburgh. I don't think I'm going to hit the 35. I don't think there's enough possessions left. This is a big time. You need an interception here or a turnover or some type of stop, even hold to 3 if I'm the Giants. Dangerous throw, and that's a dot touchdown. Deebo Samuel caught from behind by Deonte Banks, our 2nd-year corner. That's a big-time stop. Wow, that was an absolute laser from Kenny Pickett. Looking like Kenny Powers out there. Watch the RPO here on the
they haven't really.
It was. They didn't give it to him. Najee running up the middle. He's going to get stopped here. 2nd and goal.
They haven't lost any rhythm at all. I mean, the Steelers, they've been driving their way down the field, pretty handily against the New York Giants defense after that first, couple of, I think that first possession or so, the Giants threw a lot of heat at him and kind of had a good, it was working for him, but not anymore.
Najee into the end zone, touchdown Pittsburgh. Man, Pittsburgh scores so quickly. And It's not that the Giants don't have a 2-minute drill. You have to understand, this is a new quarterback starting here for this team. We've been with Daniel Jones through 2 off seasons, 2 training camps. And there is just a certain level of comfort you're going to have with a guy that's played 3 games for you. Pittsburgh going to kick this one out of bounds. Let us start at the 35. We have 40-yard line. We appreciate that. 28-21. I had this game going 35-31. What was your prediction there, sir?
It was like 35-28.
Oh, we could get there.
It's a solid game. This has been really good. I'll tell you, the Giants, I mean, with Huntley, they haven't been the most consistent offensive drives, but they're pretty solid so far. I mean, they're keeping pace with Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 6-1.
Saquon staying this one. He's trusting the play here, staying inside. Saquon gets outside here. You see this defender coming down. You have another defender here. Saquon decides, hey, I'm gonna go between them and just push what I can. I'd like to see Saquon try to square this outside guy up and then break outside and try to hit the sideline for something big. Right now, we need those big plays to extend. We don't want to give the ball back to Pittsburgh with any type of time if we do score.
Yeah, absolutely not. And like you said, I think Saquon still got the juice. I mean, he could have broke some ankles there, shifted out to the left, or got to that sideline and really got some yards.
No Joe Mixon today. Haven't seen him in a few weeks. Single back formation, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. There's the play action. There's the crosser looking, has him wide open there on the left side. Darren Waller out to the 29-yard line. Nice play action there for Tyler Huntley. And when you stay with the run game, as the New York Giants, as our New York Giants have done this game, it's going to open up that play action.
Solid right there. I mean, good on Waller. I mean, good shot there. I still think, I guess we'll see with the connection of how Huntley and Waller, if they can connect in some of these upcoming games and keep that going throughout the season. I mean, that's going to be a huge bonus. You got to get him. The tight end is just always there to bail you out.
Especially when you're a new quarterback coming into this system, you have to have that safety blanket or that guy that can give you that mismatch. And that's what Darren Waller is. He's a walk-in mismatch. You put a linebacker on him, he's too quick. You put a safety on him, he's too quick, and the guy's too small. But here we go, looking. No mistakes here. He's got to hit the angle route. Does. Saquon, he's been getting a lot of usage today. 3rd and 1. You know, I'm changing my. Is Saquon kind of limping on the way up there? Here we go, shotgun formation.
Yeah, I think
3rd and 1.
I think
Throw to
Holcomb
the
is
flat. Darren Waller makes a man
out.
miss, makes another man miss, falls forward to the 5. Cert might be absolutely right with this. And look at Tyler Huntley, 15 of 17, no interceptions, has driven the ball down the field fairly well. This has been obviously a Saquon Barkley ground and pound team, but he's done a good job outside of one throw, and he's 15 of 17. I mean, you're going to get a throw or two you might not like from your quarterback. There's a little jet touch pass, keeps it inside, that's high, and he's already got a tutty on the day. Saquon injury timeout, that's going to burn a timeout. And I told you, there was something wrong about Saquon Barkley on that previous play, on that 3rd down, in which Darren Waller picked up those yards. He just didn't seem right getting up off the ground.
Ooh, that could be big. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
I said no Mixon yet. Joe Mixon, there's going to be a face mask. Getting a little aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. So here's my opinion on the TJ Watt thing. Are they getting pressure from their defensive line? I know, but their offense has been such a, almost reminds me of that Mike D'Antoni Phoenix Suns, that 7 seconds or less, they're going to score on you so quick. It's almost like the offense turns into the defense. To the outside, 24 looking, and he just can't get there. 2nd and goal, that might actually be better for us, as Saquon Barkley won't return. I don't know about that. I'm bringing him back in. If 2-6 wants to get in here and get a tutty, I'm just no tackle for losses here. That's what you're worried about. You don't want to get to the 3 or the 4-yard line. I'd stay with the run here and run it in. run the clock down here. And there's Joe Mixon into the end zone. We leave him 15 seconds. And the funny thing is, Pittsburgh did not elect to burn any timeouts.
I don't think they need him. I think with 15 seconds and 3 timeouts, they bang timeout, bang timeout, bang timeout. I mean, you're in field goal range. I don't like it. I don't like it.
High usage from Saquon today. And block. Oh, they're going to go for it on 2. They're going to go for 2 here. I don't know about this. I want to go into overtime, win this coin flip, and win the game.
I don't like this.
I don't like this either.
This makes my tummy upset.
Why? Oh my gosh, there was 15 seconds. We did everything to not give them enough time to score.
Oh,
and then we didn't play for overtime. And look across the middle of the field, wide open. Look at that, wide open across the middle of the field. Look at this, guys. Oh, he misses. Oh my God.
And you don't onside kick it? Oh no.
Giants, they went for it all this time. That's going to do it for the game. 2 timeouts ain't enough to even get it back. Pittsburgh takes this one. They improved to 7-1. We fall to 3-5 on the season. Here's our upcoming schedule. We got the New Orleans Saints coming up. Hopefully that can be a dub for us. Week 9 action. This was Week 8, episode number 9, Building the Franchise. This will be archived on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that follow button. We'll see you next time. Building the Franchise, New York Giants.